Okay, well, we'll see if this production can continue. We were just about to start our balancing sequence. So we'll see. Here we go, guys. Weight's going to go into your left leg, and you're going to interlace your fingers in, tapping into that core strength. Breathe. You can circle the right ankle. Good. Now, if there's enough strength for that leg to remain up on its own, you can press down a little and test it out. Let the thigh press right back up. Breathe, leaving that thigh up there. Circle sweep, rise, inhale. We'll take standing knee to crescent lunges, okay? So inhale, pick it up. Let's kick out, actually. Back. And step back, crescent lunge position. That's one. Second time on the right side. Here we go. Push off. You can press down. You can kick out. You can circle sweep. Crescent. One more time. Follow that breath. Beautiful focus. We're going to lower down to marriage proposal position so that back knee bends. Take it down carefully for me. Good. I've got some blocks here that I love to use. I put them around my front leg just in case I'm going to need them. Here's Davis Brahman Namaskar. You inhale, circle sweep, hands come into prayer, lock them by crossing your thumbs. Breath in lifts you up. Breath out, guys, chin to chest, rounding that back, head to knee, please. And pick yourselves gently back up. Hands out. We'll take those same twists that we took in crescent. So first to the right, center, left, center. Can you bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, pull back, squeezing those shoulder blades. And with hands bound, see if you can tuck that right toe, lift up, and step your right foot forward to meet the left. Squeeze those shoulder blades, release, and roll out. Okay, other side. Let's see if we can do this. So we start by interlacing the fingers and capturing the left shin up. You can circle at your ankle. Breathe. Standing knee. 3 times. First we kick out. Kick back. Crescent lunge. Take your time. Here's your second set. Push off. Up. Out. Back. Good job. Last one. Shall we press down? Er, kick it out. Back. Now it's slow descent here. I want you guys to be careful going into Davis Brahman Namaskar. Okay? This is marriage proposal. Take your time. Watch those knees for me. Lift up out of that lower back. And then rounding chin to chest and head to knee. Bowing down. Rising back up. Take your time. As you spread the arms out, stretch them long. Walt Whitman said, every single blade of grass is a miracle. I say every single movement of our body is a miracle. Okay, lift up. Let's twist over to the left. So savor each movement that your body is able to give you. Back to center. To the right. There's nothing on earth we should take for granted. Back to center. Ready? Squeeze. And keeping those hands bound, you're going to tuck your left toe under, lift up, step left foot forward to meet the right. Squeeze those shoulder blades one more time for me. And release. Rolling shoulders forward and back. Circle sweep. We're going to drop left arm down. Take that side stretch to the right. Right arm down. Left arm. And then you can take these as swirly or not as you wish. So whatever you're feeling, whatever movements you're feeling to take left and right. Somebody commented on our YouTube for last Saturday's class. She said, my dear friend Sasha and her family who watches us, Sasha said, thank you for the arm movements. She loved them. So here we go with some more arm stuff just for you, sweet Sasha. We're going to take left arm and just kind of squeeze it. I think Sasha's like 13 years old. And she's been taking yoga with us since she was like 6. Yeah. You're going to let go. Back and right arm. And back. Left arm. So this is where the squeezing of the shoulder blades comes in handy, right? When you swim back, squeeze the shoulder blades. And let's get that right arm. Okay, one more time. Simple posture. It's so good though. Okay, so we have already taken our leg in front. Now we're going to take leg in back with both hands though, okay, because I really want to open the chest. So weight goes into left leg. You take those fingers and grab the right foot from behind you. One hand on the ankle, one on the foot. Thighs come together, hips push forward, tailbone points down, and squeeze. Pointing that right knee straight to the floor and tilting the pelvis forward so your tailbone points down too. Now, what are your shoulders doing? Are they able to open and squeeze back? Lift that chest for me. Breathe. Two more breaths. One more breath. Beautiful. Release for me. You might want to shake the hands a little. We're going to stand on right leg, please, and take your left leg behind you. Catch it. Thighs together. Breathe. Two more breaths. And a beautiful stretch, especially for you guys running today. So one of the great things about this quarantine is I'm seeing so many more runners out there. And if you're running, it means you're really going to need these stretches. That's a great runner stretch. If you've got your block, you're going to set it up in front of you. And if you don't have a block, you can use your water bottle or a book if you're at home. It's time for balancing Ardha Chandrasana. Okay, so stand behind your block and we'll put the weight into our right foot and just push off gently with left leg, hinge on right hip, reach for that block with your right hand. Let that left leg extend, and here we go, balancing Ardha Chandrasana. Focus. Two more breaths, guys. Beautifully done, and release. Roll out. We'll try the other side. You guys doing good? Awesome. Here we go. Stepping with left foot. Push off with right. Left hand is going to reach for your block. Right leg will float. The stronger you make your floating leg, the easier it is to float it. Standing leg, oh boy, it has a lot of responsibility. Make sure that left quadricep is not asleep. Squeeze it and pull it upward. Breathe. Two more breaths, guys. This is navigated by your core, so you want to take the right edge of your core and roll it upward toward the ceiling and tuck the left edge of your core under you. So don't let the hips navigate. Let the sides of your abdomen be the navigators here. Okay, I kept you super long. Release. Ask yourselves, is there anything else you want to do standing before tree pose comes into play? Shall we take a squat? Let's take a squat, guys. I've been taking the 9 a.m.s every morning and here, and you can see it on live stream. A lot of the instructors love these squats, and I'm kind of growing fond of them too. So hands in prayer, and you can press them together for more stability. And just start bending your knees and lowering your body. Make sure core is pulled in and up. And when I get down there, I like to take the elbows inside my thighs and lift up. I have heels on the floor, but that's up to you. Some students love coming on tippy toes. It's more insect-like if you do that, right? You're more like a little grasshopper. Okay. And you can kind of go side to side a little if that feels good. And we're going to push right back up, okay? Take your time. Take your sweet time. Ready for tree pose when you are, guys. Plant the left foot. I've got very exciting things going on at home. My orchids are all budding. Those guys take a long time to open up, but they're all in it. They're all in it to bloom this winter. For the first time ever, I reused my amaryllis bulb from last Christmas, and it's just starting to grow again. So dormancy is a beautiful period of time. So much beauty comes out of dormancy. Here's your tree. You move any way you wish to move. Transcend. You will find the beauty in this quarantine period too, where so many of our usual activities have been halted. But new ones are growing and developing. 2 more breaths, tree. And posture release. Okay, here we go. Ready, guys? 2 feet are planted. Tree pose on the left. Plant that right foot firm. Left leg comes up. Make sure you're breathing. And 2 more breaths. Transcend. And posture release. Separate your feet just a little. Let's circle our hips out. I like to take my knees as well and bring them together. First fire up the kneecap with the edges of your hands. And then bring knees together and just circle them a little. And we'll take it all down, okay? So toe heel your feet together. Raise yourselves up. Inhale, circle sweeping. Exhale your forward fold, drawing all the way down. Hands on the ground, inhaling flat back. Hop, skip, jump, or walk back to that plank. Push your hips up in the air. Bend your knees. Roll forward, rolling plank. High plank, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And your exhale is just a surrender down to the ground. Left ear on the mat and let your head face the right. Arms at sides. And you breathe. So how are you guys at home doing? I hope you're okay. So every time we lose our Facebook, we lose some viewers. Please know that we do our best to get right back on. So this is the continuation of the class, okay? Uh, yeah, sorry about that. It's just a small technical difficulty. I don't think it's a big deal. We got a question from Robert Ryan. Is it harder to do yoga with masks on? Thank you for asking, Robert. Yeah, I would say this is not the most comfortable uh, scenario of all, but I think it's a small, tiny price to pay for keeping everyone healthy and safe. So the day will come when we can take our masks off. Thanks for the question, Ryan. All right, we're going to continue with some floor stuff here, some back strengtheners. Okay. Just to give your neck an even stretch, turn and face the other way. My favorite back strengthener is Cobra because that targets your lower back, and that's my area of difficulty is my low back. So I like to always bring Cobra into our classes. Let's make sure we can see now the floor. There we go, that's better. All right. Hands below your shoulders, students. Elbows point up, chin on the mat. Straighten out your legs. Here we go. Push your pubic bone into the ground. Squeeze your thighs and let's rise up with the inhale. And down. I'm going to take 3 of these. Inhale. And down. One more time. Beautiful. Now, this time when you release, you're going to take that right thigh, bend your right knee, reach for your right foot, both hands, just like we did standing up. Stretch your thigh toward the back of the room. Squeeze your heel toward your hiney. Press the right hip bone into the ground, the front of your hip bone, and then try to raise your right thigh up. Try this a few times. Down and up. One more time. Down and up. Great job, students. Release. Let's take the left foot in our hands. Bring your thighs together so they touch. Stretch your left thigh back. Relax your body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Lift up and lower. One more time. And lower. Good job. We're going to strengthen the middle of our backs now with full locust position. The arms come out to the sides like airplane wings. Relax your body, empty out all the air to make yourself lighter. And then a big deep breath in to rise up, squeezing the thighs and the buttocks, chest lifts, and lowers. 2 more times. Inhale and lower. 1 more. And we lower. Beautiful. Bring the hands back in. You're going to gently push yourselves up. Crawl forward on the knees. Fixed firm position or reclining hero is next to further stretch our thighs. Sitting between the heels. And breathe. And then you can walk your hands back. Going back as far as you'd like to, as long as it feels comfortable and not painful ever. When you lie all the way back, you're giving your spine a nice stretch. When you're kind of upright the way I am, it's more of a quad stretch. Two more breaths here, guys. Okay, carefully coming out, students. We'll take our boat, okay? So you're going to get those legs out from under you. You're going to bend them in front of you instead. You can face the front. You can face the front. Yep, just an innocuous boat. Here we go. So hands can start back here if you want. Toes on the floor. You have so many options here, students. You can start by raising the arms and testing that back strength. You can be a real firecracker like Judy is and start raising your legs. You can keep them bent or straight. You can hold the backs of your thighs. You can keep your arms out. Pull belly in and down. Let's find your own zone. Doesn't have to be in anybody else's lane. And breathe. Two more breaths. One. And your last breath here. Good. We're going to settle back by lengthening the left leg, bending that right knee. And if you remember this posture, we started with it early on. Feeling how much stronger the spine feels now because we've really activated those core, deep core muscles, the front spine, as Erin says. Then once you're really upright and lengthened, left hand on the right shin, right hand behind you, let's take a little bit of a deeper twist than we did earlier. Okay. Bring yourselves back to center, bend the left leg again. Second set of your boat, okay? 30 seconds begins now. Breathe. Ten more seconds. Beautifully done. Relax the right leg. Left knee comes in. Sit up straight. Breathe. And take that gentle twist. Make sure you lengthen first and then twist. And gently releasing. Spin around, students, legs in the back, heads in the front. We're going to lie back on our backs. Here's your wind removing pose. Yeah, right knee comes up, interlace those fingers, squeeze. Your right shin. And the thigh comes just out to the right of your rib cage, please. So I'm an old runner. I have super tight hamstrings, so I've always relied on a yoga strap to help me with certain postures. So at home, maybe you use a belt or a jump rope or something like that, or you get yourself a nice yoga strap. We're going to do a hamstring stretch. Some of the students here have their own straps, and others are so flexible they don't need it. I definitely need it. Okay. Remember earlier on, we interlaced our fingers behind our thigh and we stretched that leg up in the air. So you can replicate that posture, or you take a strap or your hands and just gently draw that right straight leg down towards your chest. Right foot is flexed. Right toes point to the midline of your body. But now you can point those right toes to the left shoulder. So rotating the leg a little bit inward. And pulling that leg towards you to stretch the inner hamstrings. Let's point the toes to the right corner, or the right shoulder rather, to stretch the outer hamstrings. And while that leg is rotated outward, I'd like you then to bend the left knee and put the sole of the left foot on the floor. And now bend the right knee and bring your right ankle over your left thigh. Figure 4 position. I take my block and I press my right thigh away from me. A beautiful, gentle hip opener. And how about sliding your left foot down, straightening the left leg, and placing your right foot on the inside of your left thigh for a reclining or a supine tree position. Just let that right inner thigh open, arms wherever they serve you best, and breathe. And release. So now you'll straighten the right leg, please. And you'll take wind relieving pose on the left side. So the left knee bends and you interlace your fingers and squeeze. And then depending on if you use a strap or not, you start to straighten the left leg and take your hamstring stretch. I use a strap around my left foot and gently draw down. 3 parts to this stretch. The first part, your big toe points to the midline of your body. Your foot is flexed. Then rotate the limb inward so big toe points to your right shoulder. This is your left foot. And back to center. Now we're going to point the toe to the left shoulder. So left big toe pointing outward to the left shoulder. The leg is still straight above us, straight above the hip joint. We do not open the leg out to the side here. This is just a rotation of the leg. With that outward rotation in the left leg, you now bend the right knee, sole of right foot on the floor, and it'll be easier to place the left ankle over your right thigh for figure 4. I take my block and I press my left thigh away from me. Breathe. One more breath here. And students, then we will slide the right leg flat on the floor and bring ourselves into a supine tree position. I like to stretch my arms way over my head for this, or out to the sides, whichever feels more open. And ask yourself, is there any posture that your body is calling you for? For me, it's waterfall, from trees to waterfalls. I take my block and I just tuck it underneath the flat part of my lower back. And I raise my legs up. Sometimes my arms too. Waterfall. And you can stay in waterfall for your final Shavasana, or you can choose any posture of your liking as long as you maintain stillness in it. It is that time for final Shavasana. So I'm going to close up with these guys here. I'm going to turn off the lights, do a quiet meditation. Those of you at home, I can't thank you enough for joining us. Luciana, again, happy birthday. I hope that you and your family enjoyed this practice. We meet every day at 9 o'clock. It's a different instructor every single morning. My name is Amy. I'm here every Saturday. You go and have the best day of your life today. I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.